Can you hear me good? Woo! Hello, everybody. Oh, my goodness. I gotta say, this is surreal right here. This is surreal. I've been here for 5 years. 5 years ago, I had a dream to be on this stage, being a speaker at a national event. And today is the day. Thank you, God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Andy Riddle, for doing what you do, Terry and Tia, Olga and Jason, Andy and Jane, for building this thing for people like me. Hello, everybody. Okay, let's get started. All right, so my name is Mia Fennell. I am from Greensboro, North Carolina. I currently live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm excited to be here. I was born to two amazing parents, Pamela and Billy Fennell. I actually have a sister who's in the business. She's here today. Chelsea, wave at everybody. So I do gotta tell y'all, she's been getting a little mad because a lot of y'all have been calling her me, thinking that was Chelsea, that was Mia, and it's not. So my parents raised my sister and I really great. We had an amazing childhood, and one of the things that my parents told me and my sister was always make sure that you are better than we were, okay? So that's what my mentality was going into my adulthood. I went to school, got a degree from the North Carolina A&T State University, Aggie Pride. And my degree was in supply chain management. So from the time I was a very little girl, I always wanted to be a corporate boss. I just want to tell people what to do. Okay, that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid, because I saw the powerful women on TV. They were just telling people what to do in the movies, and that's what I wanted as a child. So I graduated with my degree, went into corporate America, and at 23 years old, I became a high-level corporate manager, managing people that were 3 times my age, as well as managing millions of dollars for huge corporations. And some people may have looked at me at that time and said, wow, she has an amazing life. But one of the things that I knew, even as a young girl at 23, was that people who were working right alongside me in management had been working in their careers for decades and they weren't happy. I knew so many people who would wake up every single day who knew that this was their dead end. This is where it was going to end for them at this job, working and having this life, and they wanted more, but they felt like it was too late. So what I knew as a 23-year-old was I had to do something different. I had to do something that was going to change my life. So when I was in school, I went and I started looking for different ways and different opportunities, different things that I could do that could set myself up for the future. I joined a network marketing program. Some of y'all were a part of it, World Ventures. That was my first business. But I could never get free. I always felt like I had to stay in the corporate world. So one day, when I was working in 2018, I was still in corporate. I actually ended up getting laid off from my job. So that was a place, at that time, I was also going through a divorce. And I was just in probably the toughest place of my life. So imagine going through a divorce and getting laid off at the same time. I was like, Lord, Jesus, double whammy, okay? But one thing that I know about my God is sometimes when he takes things away, it's because he wants to give you something better, okay? So here's what happened, guys. I was introduced to this. I didn't know what working in life insurance meant. I didn't know what we were going to be doing. All I knew was this was an opportunity, okay? So let me tell y'all something really quick. Y'all ever heard of this story of the man in the sea who was drowning? Okay, so let me tell you about that. There was a guy who was in the sea. He was drowning, y'all. He was swimming in the middle of the ocean. And he was just like calling out to the Lord, Lord, help me, I'm drowning. And so what happened was a guy ended up coming by on a jet ski. He's like, hey, I see you're drowning. Let me help you out. And the guy was like, oh, no, it's okay. The Lord's going to save me, right? So he kept drowning. He kept swimming. Next thing you know, a boat came by. And they're like, hey, we see you're drowning. We want to help you. The guy's like, no, it's okay. The Lord's going to send something to help me, right? The Lord's going to help me. And then next thing you know, a helicopter came by, pulled that ladder down in the sea. The guy's still drowning. And he's like, no, it's okay. The Lord's going to help me. Guess what? The guy died, right? He drowned. He died. And when he got to heaven, he said, God, why didn't you save me from drowning? Why didn't you save me from dying? And the Lord said, I sent 3 different people to come by and save you, but for some reason you didn't get the hint. And I tell you that story because I want to let you know, sometimes there's going to be opportunities that are presented to you over and over again. But how many times is it going to come around where you're just like, if I don't take advantage of it, that's it for me? That was this opportunity. When I saw this as my way out. I saw this as God saying, Mia, I'm sending you a life raft. Mia, I'm sending you away. And that's what I do with this thing. So here's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about scheduling and the grind. So the first thing that we want to get into is mindset, okay? When you're building this thing as a brand new person, it is extremely important that you figure out why you're doing it. See, when I got in, I was laid off. I was coming out of a divorce, and I needed money, y'all. You know, I needed it. And my whole thing was I just wanted to figure out a way to make income, okay? Whatever your why is, it doesn't even matter. If it's so that you want to put your kids in private school or you need to make money so that you can pay your bills, whatever your why is, you just have to figure out your why, okay? But here's the thing. Don't use your why as a clutch. So some people will say, oh, well, you know, I'm not going as fast as I want to because I haven't really figured out my why, right? Don't use your why as the thing that slows you down. See, here's what I know. I have changed my why multiple times since being here. When I got started, it started out as just, oh, I need to make money. But now that I'm making money, this thing is bigger than that. Now I'm thinking I need to create generational wealth. I need to figure out how I can provide more opportunities to more people. I need to give the Merle Minion that $10,000 that people are giving. I need to do things like that. I need to change the world. So whatever it is your why is, make sure it's strong. Here's the other thing. When I came into this business, I had to make sure that a decision was made. Here's the thing about decisions. Your decisions create your conditions. So the things that you decide to do is what's going to determine how you're going to be able to live. So if you decide to be a person who's an Andy Albright and a Jane Albright, or you're the type of person who says, I want to change, I want to be the change agent in my family, that's the condition that you will be able to walk into. Now, those conditions can be good or bad. You decide, but your decisions create your conditions. Now, here's the other thing. Having the heart to serve. Going out into the field. Going out and seeing clients. It can't always be, I just need to do this for myself, okay? It has to be, I get to serve this family, not I need to make money. So when we go out into the field and we see clients or when we recruit people on our team, it's about having that heart, y'all. It's about being able to sit down with a person who is a total stranger to you and say, hey, I'm here to give you something that is going to help you and your family's legacy forever, right? So having that heart to serve. Now, here's the other thing. The other thing that I know is this. Sometimes when people come into our business, the mindset is blocked because there's mountains that are in the way, okay? It may look like your situation is so bad that you don't even know if it's going to be able to change. When you see people up on stage getting rings and walking and getting recognized, you're wondering, can that ever be me? Let me be a living testimony to you that it can. Because I remember 5 years ago being in the back of the room and being so broke, I couldn't even pay attention, like, for real. Like, so broke. I remember the days when I was running business, and this is a very, very true story, where I had $4 in my checking account. And I had to come up with the rest of the money. I had to literally dig for change in my car so I could buy a 4 for $4 in between appointments. I remember that back in 2018. So if you're in the room right now and you're saying, man, I don't know if this thing is going to work for me, I've been there. I know what it's like to be on the brink of giving up. I know what it's like to feel like in the morning you don't even want to get out of bed, let alone come. I felt like I wanted to hide up under the bed because there was so much going on in my life. But let me tell you one thing. If God can do it for me, he can do it for you. Every single person in this room. But it's about who takes advantage of the opportunity. I need to tell you this as a friend. It's important as a brand new person that you fail fast, okay? I want you to earn money as you learn this business. Stop coming into this thing thinking that you have to know already how to sell. You have to know all the products. I didn't have time to know anything. We just had to go. You are worthy of what God is wanting to give to you right now. You don't have to be your character is going to change over time. Your situation is going to change over time. But you are already born with the gifts. They're already in you. So earn as you learn, okay? And what you say to yourself matters way more than what you say to other people, okay? It's about what you say to yourself. If you're getting up every day and you're telling yourself, I don't deserve this, I'm not worthy of that, my situation is never going to get better, you are hindering yourself, right? But when you begin to say things like, man, I was built for this. Man, I'm created for this. My family will change because of what I did while I was here. There is nothing that I cannot do. These are the things that I was telling myself in 2018 when I was broke, okay? All right, so that's the mindset of a champion. Let's move on to the next thing. Schedule. Schedule for success. How many people are still asking the question, how do I build my schedule? I mean, hey, that's a genuine question. That's something that we need to know. But when you think about building your schedule, I need you to think about what are your goals? What are the things that you want to achieve? We have some great tools and resources. One of them here is the income planning sheet that we have that Gina Hawks has on the NA University. That helps you determine your income, what you want to make in this business. Using your activity book. Eric went over that earlier today. Your activity book is crucial. 5 years later, I still use my activity book, okay? But making sure that you build your schedule around the things that you want, right? Next thing, identify the fillers and the drainers in your life. Okay, look. How many of us know people who will build us up? They will speak life into us. They will help fill our lives. They will help make us feel so good about who we are and what we're created to do. But we also equally know people that will drain us of everything that was deposited in us, okay? There are people in your life right now, mine too, that you have to question every day when you talk to this person. I don't know if they should be my friend, okay? There are drainers right now who want to see you fail, maybe even in secret, okay? They might not even be communicating to you verbally, but they're secretly hating, okay? But then you have drainers in your life who love you so much. Your family, your mom and daddy. They love you. They want to spend all their time with you, but they're draining your bank account. They're draining your time. Schedule those people. Schedule even the people that you love so much. Because here's one thing I heard Stephen Davies say, that when I'm doing work, I'm doing work. But when I'm with the people I love, I'm with the people I love. Okay? So make sure that you are always scheduling for your success. Now, what will you sacrifice? Now, I know y'all are thinking immediately, me is about to talk about, giving up the hard stuff like, the cookouts and the family reunions. Yeah, you might have to sacrifice that stuff too. But how many of y'all know some people might have to sacrifice TikTok? Okay? TikTok, spending time scrolling on Instagram. Okay, going through people's Facebook stories. TV, who said Power? What's that other show? All those different shows through Grey's Anatomy, Yellowstone. You might have to sacrifice some stuff. Listen, if it is not an income-producing activity, if that thing ain't putting no money in your bank accounts to bring the girl, you got to give it up, okay? At least for a season. Because there will come a season one day, if you work hard enough here, that you'll have all the time in the world to do the things that you wanted to do, okay? How many of y'all know that you work hard now, today, work harder than the other people around you to have the things tomorrow that they will never have, right? That's what you do. So schedule for your success. Now, 4 basics in a home. If you're brand new, I need you to write this down because this is what we do, okay? When you're in the home with clients, you have 4 objectives. First, pick up the phone or pick up a check. We do not, especially new people, expect you to know everything, okay? We want you to pick up a check, and if you're not picking it up, please call somebody. Because if you don't, there might be another agent that comes in right behind you and they're able to make that sale, okay? So pick up the phone if you need some help or pick up that check. Next thing, save money. I'm not going to drill y'all with that today because I know we have had some incredible training on annuities and IULs. Y'all, every few houses has money in it. There are people in there that are literally dying every time they open up their portfolio and they see themselves losing money in the market, but they don't feel like they have a way out. That's where we come in, right? ERS, we ain't talked about that in a long time. ERS is amazing, Emergency Response System. ERS is another way you can get referrals. Who are the people in your client's life that if they were to pass, your client were to pass away, those people would immediately know to call you so that insurance money can get paid out? Those people belong on an ERS. Keeping ERS documents for all of your clients is crucial. And I know this from personal experience. I have had clients in my past when I first got started that I thought I built a pretty good relationship. I thought I knew them pretty well. Me and my client were on great terms. We were hanging out. But I didn't do an ERS with them. And guess what? A couple of years later, I looked in my email, and I got an email from the insurance company saying, hey, the death claim was paid out. Nobody told me because their family had no idea who I was. So let's make sure that we're serving our clients and their families to the greatest capacity, right? Okay, next thing, recruiting across the table. Takoya, where are you? Wave your hand. Y'all look for Takoya. We have people right now who are our own clients. Takoya was a client of mine who are looking for not just insurance, but for an opportunity. And what do? When we sit down with those families, we're saying, hey, I know I just helped you and your family get protected, but how are you building generational wealth? We offer them an opportunity, and many of those people show up to events just like this, right? So make sure you are definitely always doing the 4 basics in the home. All right. And last thing here on my slides, before I show you all the fun stuff. Be determined to win. They told me that when I came out here, they put me last because I was going to light y'all up. Okay? And we about to get into that. But before I do that, I want to speak some life into each of you right now. I want you all to know that this thing is bigger than you. Okay? What we're doing here in this business, in this company, in this industry, we are building something that is going to outlast us for generations to come. In the Bible, in Genesis, it talks about Abraham planting I think you say a tamarisk tree. And that tree takes 400 years to grow to its full height. That's how long it takes. But Abraham knew that he would never live 400 years to see that tree grow. But he also knew that if he planted the tree today, that would be his legacy for generations to come. That's what this business can be for us. We plant this seed today so that generations from now, our kids are still eating off the work that we put in today in 2023. So be a tamarisk tree. The other thing is this. I have had the same scripture in my heart and in my mind since the day I started. Proverbs 14:23. All hard work brings profit, but mere talk only leads to poverty. If you work hard, you will get profit. But if you just talk about it to your friends, it's going to lead to poverty. That's why I love this business. Because in this business, they showed me that if we work hard, if we lock arms together, if we do this thing for real at the high capacity that we are capable of, this thing will change our lives forever. I love the people on this front row because they inspire me to keep going. Even when I felt like giving up, I have looked at the people that have fought through deaths and sicknesses and bankruptcies and all these different things, but they still continue to work hard. Because all hard work brings profit. That's biblical. But talk leads to your family not having the things that they want to have, leads to them living out on the street if it get that bad, leads to them you not experiencing the things in your life that you want to experience. But when you work hard, it leads to profit. Now, I want y'all to say something with me really quick before I show y'all these pictures. Repeat after me. This is my business. And I want you to put your heart over your hand over your heart. I own it. What I put in is what I'm going to get out. Y'all, every day when you wake up in the morning, you don't let anybody take responsibility for what it is that you are building for your family. Why? Because this is your business. You own this thing. What you put in it is what you're going to get out of it. If you're brand new, there's some people in here that don't even have a license yet. And you're looking up on this stage, you're like, is she for real? Yes, baby, I'm dead serious. Okay. Yeah, what you put in is what you're going to get out. And I want to show y'all something. My life, these past 5 years, sometimes when I think about it, it makes me get teary-eyed. And y'all know I don't really cry like that. I don't like to cry too much. But it makes me tear up because I remember those days where I was literally asking and pleading with God, like it's got to change. Something has got to be different. I am bigger than this. I have my gifts mean more than what I'm going through right now. And he told me, baby, be patient. Be patient. Because there's something that's going to happen in your life where you will be able to touch people that you've never met before, people you've never seen before, but because of what you're going through right now and the struggle that I have you overcoming right now, it's going to be different. And I want to show y'all how a small piece of how life has changed for me. The risk is worth taking if it's going to give you a life worth living. And one of the things I love about our company, y'all, is that we get to live. We make money, we have fun, and we make a difference. Let me show y'all how we've been living so far, okay? Since being here, I've been very fortunate enough to qualify for every single trip. 5 years, we missed one. We were going to Thailand, but COVID happened. But the first trip we qualified for was Paris. Y'all, when I traveled to Paris and we had a Rolex store in the bottom of our hotel, I was like, oh, the Alliance people are bougie. Okay. I didn't know what I was walking into. But they said, Mia, just come along. I said, girl, my bag's already packed. And we traveled overseas to Paris, and it was a dream come true type of trip. Y'all see me standing there looking back? That's in front of the Mona Lisa. Me and Mona was hanging out a little bit in Paris. Then we took pictures in front of the Eiffel Tower. It was amazing. Then after that, we went over to Aruba, y'all. We had a ball out in Aruba, having fun with friends, connecting. We had the flamingos, riding horses on the beach. It was absolutely beautiful. Then had some fun down in Cancun. How many of my friends went to Cancun? Yeah, we had a ball down in Cancun, just traveling, just living. And then earlier this year, we went over there to Ireland. And on the way to Ireland, we stopped in Barcelona, right? And we had a ball in Barcelona and hanging out in Ireland. I show y'all these pictures because I want you to know that if a person like me, right, and I'm just being real with y'all, who can come from a place, I used to work, when I was in corporate, I worked with everybody who looked completely opposite of me, men, opposite complexion, white men. Okay, I ain't got no better word. Older white men, okay? I was trying to think of a politically correct way to say it, but y'all my friends, so y'all gonna be all right. And every day, I felt like I had to prove myself just to belong. And the pressure was on my back just to try to be just as good, just to be good enough. But when I came here and I get to see people who look like me, but also don't look like me, but may have a different background than I do, or may have a similar background than I do, it doesn't even matter, but people are getting a shot, y'all. Here, you get to have a shot. Here, you get to be able to take something that was gifted to you, and you can gift it to as many people as you want to. Here, we are growing millionaires. Here, we are taking people who are making $30,000 a year, and now they're making $80,000 in 4 months. I heard about that girl, wherever you are, on Adam Katz's team. Here, people are doing things that they never thought they could do, because of an opportunity that was created for us. So I just want to close out by saying this. You guys are all amazing. When we go home today, and I'm talking to you like I would talk to my team, when we go home tomorrow, we have another chance to make a difference in the lives of other people. Do not leave here this weekend thinking that you are not good enough to make this thing happen. Every single person in here is here for a reason. All the people who have came through our organization, and we have 27 people here this weekend. I want y'all to know that if you continue to roll with me, Tia and Terry, we're going to blow this thing up, baby. So that's my time. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all.